All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB. And today we are checking in on Michael Penix and his first preseason debut with the Atlanta Falcons. But before we jump into it, you football junkies like me, I need you to jump over to our Patreon account where you will see longer breakdowns, more clips, and it means the world to me if you're willing to support this channel by jumping over to Patreon. If not, please like this video and subscribe. It helps us always kind of, get further up in that algorithm. But guys, I'm excited about this one. It's preseason for these guys. It's preseason for me as well. We've got the new at-home studio set up, which is kind of exciting. A little bit more time with the kids. Hopefully I can get these things turned around quicker for you guys. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about what Michael Penix Jr. put on film. So without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team, we are opening this thing up. We've got a little backside spot. I'm going to do my best to let the film roll a little bit for you guys. We'll watch the clip and then we'll take it back and we'll break it down. But we're just in 3x1 here. You're seeing he's working a little backside spot. Okay. 3x1 obviously means, hey, we've got three receivers at the top. We've got our one guy backside. All we're doing here is we're working in. We're sitting down on the spot route. We've got our back releasing. He's going to see this backer work away from him, right? He's going to see this backer work to the trip side, right? Work to the three receiver side. And he's going to say, you know what? I don't need this front side concept. Let me just work this backside spot. I think he does a really darn good job. I love the feet here too, a little one skip. Okay, when we talk one skip, what we're talking about is watch him punch this one and that little hop right there, little one skip. Times it up great, really good football. Easy completion, but taking what the defense is giving you right away as a rookie. One of those exciting things I want you guys to watch. Watch 45 work to the field, right? Work to that three receiver side. And then watch Penix go, okay, hey, I got you. We'll take the spot. Really good stuff. Really good stuff right away. Okay, this we've got is a no grade. So you got to understand down and distance, right? The down and distance, third down, we are getting press man across the board. Okay, they end up rolling the opposite way. So we're getting press man across the board. We've got a little takeoff route here, and then we also have a little slot takeoff. Okay, I've got it as a no grade because on third and long, you're getting cover 0 or cover 1, really cover 1 hole. And we don't really have a ton of options here, if you think about it, right? We've got our slot fade and our backside one-on-one, okay? You sit there and you go, for me, I would sit there and go, okay, hey, it's hard for me to question from here what an NFL quarterback is thinking because it's like, okay, hey, maybe I like this matchup more, me personally, right? Maybe I've always, liked slot fade a little bit more against man. But again, that doesn't matter because I haven't had his training camp, right? I don't know what kind of chemistry he has with both these guys, who he trusts more to get open. So at the end of the day, you really just got to understand, okay, hey, we're picking a matchup, right? That's all this is. We're picking a matchup. Who do we think is going to win? He picked the bottom of the screen. He picked the true one-on-one. We overshoot it a bit, right? We got to give him a little bit more catchable football, a little bit better shot there. With that being said, I think it's a good decision. I think obviously a little bit better football and we'll be okay. What I can tell you though is I love his eye placement here. Watch him how he works his eyes down the middle first and then gets outside. That's going to come into play later. Okay, we got a little boundary stick. Super simple concept. We got the mandatory outside release go, MOSR release go. Okay, I'll let this clip run and then we'll play it back. We got the mandatory outside release go. Okay, it's a fumble after, but we've got the mandatory outside release go, which means this guy must outside release. The reason we want to do this is because we want to widen this corner, okay? We get a press corner like this. My apologies. We get a press corner like this. We want him to widen, okay? Then we're going to work this little stick route right here, okay? We're going to we're trying to beat this guy, and we're going to try to fill this void between this widened corner and this backer, okay? So we've got a little boundary. When I say boundary stick, what I mean is we got the ball on the left hash and we're working into the left sideline, right? We're working to the boundary. Okay, if it's on the left hash and when we're throwing to the right side, then hey, we're working the field. We're working the boundary. We've got the mandatory outside release. Boom. Love that one. Obviously, we can't put the ball on the turf as a receiver, but I think that's a darn good read. Good ball. Way to process what's going on. It's good stuff from a rookie quarterback. I'm a fan of this whole outing, right? I think you got to kind of evaluate everything when it comes to these guys and everything they're going up against. And you don't know what personnel they're going with, who they went with in training camp. I thought he did a pretty darn good job. This one I love, man. We got a half roll throwback here. I want you guys to watch this. Boom, half roll, and then watch him pull up and throw back. This is sick. Okay, so what are they doing? They're selling zone here, right? So we're going to sell zone, boom, and we're going to half roll this thing. We're going to stick. We're going to come back. We're going to throw this kind of like a rolled corner back to it, like a rolled out, more of like a corner, I think, than an out. Okay, but we're going to flatten it. Two things happen here. Okay, one, I think Penix a little relaxed. Okay, I think we got to really work in our drop here to be just a little bit quicker back to this thing. Second is I have to imagine our receiver's supposed to lean this ever so slightly in to create more space for this throw. Yeah, it just, listen, here's the other option, if I'm being honest with you guys, is that this ain't supposed to be half roll, right? The other option is that he's a little lazy with his footwork and it appears like half roll. And really, he's supposed to be here and just working his tail straight back with a little bit more urgency to play on time to this thing. Okay, it's an incompletion, right? We don't navigate the sideline correctly as a receiver. But I do think part of that's on us as a quarterback. And, hey, we got to get back in our drop. We got to really drive this thing on time to him. Get back in our drop, drive that thing. Yeah. So I think two things there. We marked that as a good-ish, right? Good-ish play. The thing I like about this too, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, the being able to do this from the house is with the natural light. Okay. Plus, Emily just makes a dynamite breakfast, which is just pretty exciting stuff. The fact that you can kind of, I'm juiced up. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Okay, we got a little go dime here. This one you guys are gonna absolutely love. We've got a quarterback holding our center fielder, right? Oh, I gotta let it play. Let it play first, and we'll come back. Let it play first, and we'll come back. How about that one? How about that one? Just a beauty, okay? Here's what I want you guys to notice. We've got a middle of the field defender, right? We've got a center fielder. We've got to hold this center fielder, okay? Because he's going to go with our eyes. So if we shoot our eyes over to this go route that we want to throw, he's going to cover ground. He's going to make a play, okay? We can't have that. So watch Penix. Holds it, boom, and then gets outside of that go route. Gets this thing up and down. I mean, that looks like a darn clip from Washington, right? That looks like, hey, when he was at college in Washington, that looks like the same darn clip. Look at this. Eyes, gets outside, gets this thing up and down. God, that's pretty. Receiver does a heck of a job winning, too, on his route. Let's not forget, right, that he did a great job, too. But, man, I love it, okay? This one, we've got marked as a bad. Great read. We just can't sail this one, okay? We just can't sail this one. Okay, this is like a kind of almost a bunch concept, not really a bunch, more of a stack, right? We got our two receivers stacked here. Okay, we're just going to basically, he's going to work vertical. He's going to be on the out. He's going to work in his vapor trails, and then he's going to break in. When we say work in the vapor trails, it means we've got this stack release, right? And we want to just work in, boom, working right together in the vapor trails. So he's doing a good job. He really does a great job with this progression. Gets to the right spot. We just can't sail it, It's simple from this chair, after I got cut. Simple to just watch guys and say, hey, don't sail it. But I think it's a really darn good read by the young guy, okay? This one I flat out love. This is going to be the best clip you're going to see today from Penix. You guys look at this one. Boom. Works the progression. Biscuits. You got to love that. So here's what I want you guys to really notice is watch this little, you see that little pump here? Okay. That little boom. Watch the way it influences our mic here, right? Remember, let's go. Hey, we got our tight end in the right, let's say here. Okay. Which I think that is our tight end. Okay. Which means we've got Sam, Mike, Will, right? Strong, middle, weak. Okay. Sam, Mike, Will, 4-3. Okay. Base 4-3. We got 4 down, 3 backers, 4 DBs. Okay. Watch how he manipulates the mic with this little boom, that pump. And you see how our mic then shoots and then how now this window between the Will and the Mike is wider for this next throw. This is as good as it gets. I mean, that's big time football. That is big time football. You've got to love it, honestly. I mean, you don't technically have to, right? You don't have to love it. You don't have to sit here loving it, but it's pretty dang good. Okay, I want to play that one more time real quick. Look at this. Boom. Moves the Mike 57 moves. Hey, the camera guy moved too. Hey, preseason for them as well. Preseason for them as well. But it's just, I love it. Okay, we got some red zone issues here, and we're going to have to talk through it because this one's kind of a chat. Okay, third down. We just get blasted in the chin trying to throw a go route. Let's unbox this a little bit, though, because, okay, what's the look they're giving us? They're giving us, biscuits, right? They're making it look like we've got cover one coming, right? Boom, boom, boom. Now, cover one, inherently, we should still be able to protect. Why? Because we've got 5 linemen, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rushers, right? We should inherently be able to protect cover one. What I can't for the life of me figure out is the Dolphins actually get to 1 hole, right? Which means, hey, we've got this guy dropping 2, so we've got our 1 deep and 1 underneath. And we still have a free runner. I can't figure out why, and listen, this is either on the center. I don't know how Atlanta does it, okay? So it's either on the center or it's on the quarterback. If I'm being honest with you, I got to imagine it's on the quarterback because Kirk Cousins is there. And I can't imagine Kirk Cousins right now, at this point in his career, really wants to play in an offense where the protection checks run through the center. Because, listen, Kirk Cousins is getting older, okay? He gets banged up a lot. And the last thing I think Kirk Cousins wants is to sit there and let it be on the center whether or not he's getting rocked, right? Now, a quarterback can always override. Hey, we can always get up there, override this thing. I got to imagine this, though, has got to be a 5-0-5-0 check, which means, hey, let's just go R5 on their 5, okay? We don't need to slide it. We don't need to do anything. But what ends up happening is we end up sliding the protection for some reason over here, and then we have a free runner, and they only brought 4. They didn't even bring the 5 we thought they were bringing. So we got red zone issues there. Again, do I know sitting at my house in Colorado exactly who this is on? No. Do I know that in the broad scope of playing quarterback in the National Football League, do we have to handle the protection checks? Yeah, it's absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. So that one's just, hey, love to get that one back, but we won't. Right here, we got a beauty. We got a beauty of a screen game. Absolute beauty of a screen game here. I'm going to just watch this one once, but what I love about a good screen is I love when you see the quarterback drift ever so slightly. It's not like a full-blown bail out of there, because if we bail out of there, they're going to know screen's coming. But you drift ever so slightly, flip it back, let the big boys get out front. You got to love that one. You have to love that one. This one, we've just got a little bit of stick arrow here. We'll break this one down. I like a little red zone stick arrow, and here's why. Because what you're going to see is we're going to work vertical, and we're going to sit on the stick, and then we've got this arrow route here. And this stick is going to end up impacting, okay, this guy who's trying to get outside to the tight end, right? So because we have that stick route there, we end up impacting who's supposed to get out there. Turns into a little bit of a modified pick play. Get it out there for an easy completion. Go get vertical to about the half-yard line. You got to enjoy that. Love that one. Love that one, team. Love that one. This one we got marked as a bad, okay? I can't tell you exactly, wholeheartedly, oh, this is awful. I can't do that. What I can tell you, though, is, okay, we're third down in about a half a yard. we've already gave this guy one shot. I don't know if you guys remember that original go ball that we talked about where it was like, hey, choose your matchup. We gave him a shot. Now we're giving him another shot here. And I just don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love the ball. I don't love the release. I don't love. Yeah. I mean, the thing that you would say you love is, hey, you love that it was one-on-one coverage, right? But anyways, they go for it on fourth down and then they pound it in. So I guess with it all being said, it all worked out. We got a little run action check down. We're going to run through the clip. You guys are going to see a little run action here, a little play action. And then I think we're trying to work like Y cross, it almost feels like. Okay, with our flat route, it almost looks like we're trying to work Y cross here, where we're trying to get this guy across, boom, and then we're trying to work this behind it, right? Almost, yeah. It's like kind of a flatter route than that, I think is what it's supposed to do. And then we got our back on the check down. Really, you read this thing inside out. Okay, you read it from the cross to the dig, down to the back. Yeah, I'm not going to act like, man, I love the cross here or I love this dig. I don't love either of them. I think the backers get depth. I don't think it's a terrible decision. I would just love to see that ball maybe a little bit more center line, right? A little bit more chest him up. Just doesn't feel well set up from a play call perspective. Also, yeah, not an exciting clip, but something that you got to break down, something you got to look at. Can we fit the cross in? Nah, I don't know. Do I think he could if he had to? Yeah, I do. Is it hard for me when you kind of see this, like this window right here, and it's like you'd love to see him just stick that foot in the ground, one hitch, and just, man, let it rip? Yeah, but just a more catchable ball to our back, and I think everybody feels better about it, okay? We got a little pocket slide here. This thing's a thing of beauty. You love seeing this from young quarterbacks. Okay, got a little slide here. Boom. Love that. Let's the play unfold, right? Hey, we got the whole play unfold. Watch him just slightly slide up in the pocket. That little bit right there. A little bit of slide, get outside. I love it. From the tight, it looks even better. Look at this from the tight here. Little slide and then ever so slight climb outside. Little bad arm angle. Really good clip on tape. Really, really good clip on tape. Okay, this one, now we got to remember. So look, it just went from 2nd and 10. It's gonna switch to 3rd and 1. Okay, you guys see that? I know it just cut away, but look, 3rd and 1, okay? They are tempoing. Hurry, 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 hurry. They're getting up to the line, and they're hitting them with no huddle, and then they're going to throw stick. All right, team, I hope you enjoyed those 13 clips. Like I said earlier, you football junkies, I've got 5 more clips for you over on Patreon. Go and check it out, okay? I think you guys will really enjoy it. It means the world to me if you're willing to support. But with that being said, I thought Michael Penix Jr. had a heck of a start to his NFL campaign. He did some really high-level stuff with his eye movement. The quick game, I thought, was dialed in. Obviously, there's room for growth like there is for any rookie quarterback. You saw a lot of vanilla looks, but simultaneously, they're running a lot of vanilla stuff on offense. So it's kind of vanilla versus vanilla. I thought he did a great job. I'm excited to kind of see how he progresses. Obviously, he's in a situation where he's got time to grow and mature because he's sitting behind Kirk Cousins, who you guys know I'm a fan of, and I think Kirk will do a really good job of hopefully bringing him along as well. So I want you guys to comment. You let me know what you thought of Michael Penix Jr.'s debut. Also, let me know what you thought of the new setup. And until next time, peace.